Imagine a massive self-storage facility isolated off a dark two-lane highway. 940 metal units stretching across 6 rows, wrapped in a perimeter of chain-link fence. If you are 23 years old and working the overnight shift alone, it is a profoundly quiet place. On a slow night, maybe 4 cars roll through the entire shift. The rest of the time, it is just you, the empty asphalt, and the silence. Sitting in that front office, your only reliable connection to the physical world outside is the facility's digital logging software. It is a tool of absolute precision. Every gate code entered by a customer, every individual unit accessed, and every motion sensor tripped is recorded and timestamped down to the exact second. In an environment this size, where you can't physically see every corner of the lot, that perfect stream of incoming data provides a psychological baseline. It creates the impression of total visibility over everything happening behind the fence. About 3 weeks into the job, that system recorded a single outlier. Unit 114 appeared on the access log, registering as open. This happened night after night, always between 1:50 and 2:10 a.m. The log showed the door opening, with no vehicle and no security code. To the computer, someone was inside row C, but the file showed Unit 114 was vacant for 4 months. Most night shift workers would dismiss this as a software error. Storage facility databases are often outdated, making it easy to assume a recurring bug in the code rather than a physical event on the lot. But a recurring time-stamped entry like this quietly undermines the sense of control. It suggests that the digital record and the physical reality of the lot have begun to diverge. On the 4th night, the need to verify the hardware outweighed the comfort of the office. At exactly 2 a.m. in the middle of the logging window, the only way to find the truth was to walk row C and see it firsthand. Unit 114 was exactly where it should be. The door was closed, secured by the facility's own heavy padlock, and completely undisturbed. This creates a direct conflict with the engineering of the system. The log only triggers when a physical tab on the unit is tripped, which requires the roll-up door to lift at least 6 inches. Standing in front of that locked metal door feels wrong. You are staring at a sealed lock while knowing that the monitor in the office is currently reporting this specific door as wide open. The digital report and the physical padlock exist in direct, impossible opposition. The anomaly has moved beyond a data error. It is a moment where raw data and physical reality flatly contradict each other. 2 nights later, a man arrived at 1:47 a.m. He walked up from the highway shoulder on foot, miles from any sidewalk, and asked to be buzzed in to grab something he'd forgotten. He didn't check row markers or hesitate. He walked directly to Unit 114 and stopped. He never touched the door. He stood there, perfectly still, for the duration of the 20-minute window recorded in the logs, then walked back toward the gate. On his way out, he stopped at the office glass. Without being prompted, he looked through the window and stated that the logs had been checked, mentioning a detail that had never been shared with anyone else. The next morning, the manager offered a purely rational explanation. The tenant had defaulted over a year ago, the unit was empty, and the logs were simply suffering from a known firmware issue. This explanation provides a way to ignore the stranger at the window. It offers a boring, safe resolution that hides the fact that the system is failing to track what is actually happening on the lot. The pattern broke a few nights later. The event didn't wait for 1:50 a.m. The alarm triggered early, at 11:40 p.m. This wasn't just a log entry. A unit-level motion sensor in row C fired, the kind of alarm that only sounds when a door physically moves. The security feed showed the unthinkable. The physical door of Unit 114 was moving, slowly lifting upward from the inside. There were no cars at the gate and no one on the lot. Every other camera showed a completely empty facility, while Unit 114 continued to open itself in the dark. The physical door was now performing the exact movement the system had been logging for weeks. The anomaly had transitioned from a recurring data error into a physical event on the camera. The morning crew found the unit exactly as the camera had left it. The door was open 8 inches. Despite being open, the padlock was still fully locked and threaded through the latch, completely undisturbed on a door that was no longer sealed. This leaves only the stranger's final warning at the office window. It was time to stop checking the logs. We build digital systems to measure the dark, believing data gives us a grip on the world. But when the log and the physical wreckage finally align, the software doesn't offer control. It simply documents the moment the rules stop working.